Hi guys, it's just after 4 o'clock in the morning. We have just arrived in the Fochteloërveen for a big day. A big day is a day where you try to see as many different species of bird in one day. And we are here so early because some birds get up really early as well, like the common nightjar, the woodcock snipe and the common snipe. Jeroen has also arrived, so the team for the day is complete. Let's see what our first bird of the day will be. We just had a great start. The first bird of the day turned out to be a singing common stonechat, followed by a reed bunting, Eurasian teals and mallards. And then we had a magical moment when a common nightjar started singing, as this was our first common nightjar for April ever, because they normally arrive a little later. We just walked to the edge of the fields and had the tawny owl, the common snipe, Eurasian bittern and also a fly-over whimbrel. We just had species number 50, the crested tit. It is now 7 AM and we've just finished up the Esmeer. We failed to locate a goldeneye or a woodlark, but we did get two bonuses, a group of little gulls and a flyover greenshank. We have now 73 species. It is now 11 AM and we just got our 100th species, the savage warbler. It is now almost 2 p.m. and we've just found our 110th species, the skylark. But now the challenge for the last remaining species begins. We need a couple of woodpeckers like black, green and lesser spotted woodpecker, and of course the wryneck, and species like wood warbler and spotted flycatcher. We hope they are already back from Africa, but who knows. We are now at the watchtower De Zeven, and we have found a peregrine falcon, a hen harrier and a pair of common crane with young. We finally found some collared doves, species 122 for the day, and together with magpie, the most frustrating species for the Fochteloërveen big day, because in the Netherlands those two species are very common, but in the Fochteloërveen they are very hard to find, so we're happy we got them both. After having had dinner at Piepers and Paupers, we moved on for our last couple of targets. And for the windchat and goldeneye, we went on the bicycle path that goes into the area. And after finding the windchat, Jeroen flushed a wryneck. But before we could get any footage of the wryneck, it flew away and we couldn't find it again. So I guess still owe you some footage of a wryneck. We now stand at 127 species and are waiting in the hope a spotted crake will start calling. Then we would equal the number of species Willem saw in 2021. And then just one species left to try, maybe a barn owl or a long-eared owl. We just heard the spotted crake and equaled the amount of species Willem saw last year. This waiting for the spotted crake turned out great, as we first saw a sparrowhawk, which we didn't see earlier this day. Then we saw a possible purple heron fly off with a couple of blue herons, but the light was fading too fast, so we couldn't quite clinch the identification. But then two Eurasian widgeons started their migration. That was a new species for the day. And also a black-tailed godwit was calling, and that was also a new species for today. So we are now at 130 species, which is two more than what Willem saw last year. In the end, we finished at 131 species, as Willem noticed a silent hunting barn owl. Here you can see all the species we saw or heard today. The bold species are bonus species. Species that you cannot plan to see in advance because they are migrants and do not breed in the area. The bird in red is a rare bird in general in the Netherlands, but breeding records do increase year by year. The most notable dips were red crossbill and lesser spotted woodpecker, but there are a lot of other migrant species that can be seen here in late April, like red kite, osprey, brambling, lesser redpoll, spotted redshank, little ringed plover and common shelduck, amongst others. In early May, some other breeding birds returned to the area, like common quail, spotted flycatcher, golden oriole, marsh warbler and Icterian warbler, but then the chance to see little gulls, common greenshank, common sandpiper, green sandpiper, whimbrel, fieldfare and ring ousel is much smaller. We had a good score, but we believe that on a very good day 140 species in one day is feasible. I hope you enjoyed our big day. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and I'll see you next time.